What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you come into the channel. Check out the content. And before I start this video, I just want to say that I'm not really like a LeBron hater. I like LeBron, but I just like to keep it honest. Like when it's uh, as far as LeBron is concerned, people, I get into arguments with people all the time. People think that LeBron is the GOAT, but then I definitely disagree with that. In my opinion, LeBron is not the GOAT. And anytime I run across another person, or like whether they be a basketball analyst or a former NBA player or anybody who sees that LeBron is not the GOAT, I just like to highlight that information, man, because for younger people who never had an opportunity to see, the previous, like back further than like Kobe Bryant, and you just watching LeBron, if you just came into you just came into basketball like when LeBron started to play, then you kind of have like you have like a narrow view of greatness. You have a narrow view of like what the NBA was like before LeBron, right? And so, and if you just judging from that standpoint, LeBron James played 20 years, and like what he has shown so far is, in my opinion, is just not the greatness that I'm used to seeing as a basketball fan. I started watching basketball back when Magic Johnson and Larry Bird was rookies, right? I think that was 1980 when they came into the NBA. So I've been following basketball since the 1980s. And so when I see guys like Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, and I follow their careers, and I watch how they progressed, how they got better each year, and how they overcame different obstacles, how they managed to how they managed to beat each other and compete at the highest level. That's why, my expectation for great basketball is different. So I seen the Larry Bird and the Magic Johnson era. Then next I'm watching Michael Jordan, right? And again, Mike, and not even to forget about Isaiah Thomas. Like Isaiah Thomas, before I even get into Michael Jordan, Isaiah Thomas was with the Detroit Pistons, and Detroit took a long, they built a team around Isaiah. And to watch Isaiah, the Detroit team build their team into a championship team, to learn how to win, and compete against the Celtics in the East. And then they went up against the Lakers, in the championship in the West. To watch like those players grow and get better year after year, man, as a fan, that just was, I don't even know how to explain it. Like as a basketball fan, to watch those different teams just get, those guys and those teams get better every year, and to battle every year and to overcome different obstacles. That's just, it was just a whole different brand of basketball. And then, like I said, Michael Jordan coming in, and to watch Michael Jordan for his first 7 years get beat down by Boston and Detroit, and the battles that Michael Jordan had with Cleveland, the Cavaliers, when they had Mark Price, Craig Elo, Larry Nance, Ron Harper, man, so, but I didn't see any of that after, after Kobe Bryant, and to watch Kobe Bryant, Kobe career, and he didn't, he had a little bit of struggles and some obstacles he had to overcome before he got to the point where him and Shaq three-peated, and the sad thing about Kobe and Shaq is that they didn't really stay together, in my opinion, long enough. I thought that had they stayed together, man, they just would have really dominated, because they just was, they were dominant. You had Shaq, the most dominant big man in the low post in basketball history, probably. Then you had Kobe Bryant, was the second coming of Michael Jordan. That, like if they was on top of their game and they could have got along, it would have been hard to beat. So I'm gonna say that I say all that to say that when I ran across this statement right here by Skip Bayless, right, and he says, it says before and after 40,000 points, I still have LeBron James ninth on all-time list. Because playing longer does not mean does not make you better. And I agree with that, right? You know, LeBron James played 20 years and, you know, he got the stats and all that, you know, as far as like the scoring record, but that don't make LeBron better. You know, LeBron and the league right now, as far, you know, is the way the league is looking right now, like viewership is down. And so viewership has the like when viewership has slipped while under LeBron James, you know, under his era. And not to say that it's his fault, but it didn't happen to Mike. You know, it didn't happen to Magic and Bird. It didn't happen. It didn't happen with like Dr. J. It didn't happen with Isaiah Thomas. And so for these guys to you know, these guys to keep the league going and to not, especially once the 80s hit. Like in the 70s, I wasn't around to watch that, but they, you know, like they said that the game in the 70s was, you know, it was different. You know, you had like a bunch of, you know, the guys just really didn't really care about the league, and the game was like on tape delay, and so they didn't really put a lot of effort into the games, you know. But this generation right here, this LeBron James generation right here, and him having certain manufactured records and stuff like that, I agree with Skip Bayless. Like it don't make him better than none of the guys who came before him. You know, none of the guys who passed LeBron James the baton. I don't think he's better than none of those guys. And I think that Skip Bayless having him ranked ninth all time, in my opinion, I think he's overrated. And that's crazy to say. Like this could have been his era, you know, alone. But he's sharing it with Steph Curry. Steph Curry got 4 rings. He got 4 rings. You know, and Steph Curry, as a matter of fact, Steph Curry beat LeBron more than LeBron beat Steph Curry as far as like championships are concerned. So, yeah, man, I just think just because he played better, that don't make him, you know, that don't make him better. And so I think Skip Bayless, you know, was a little bit generous ranking him ninth, but it is what it is. That's my take on it. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment. And with that being said, I'll check you all out on the next video. Peace.